Hey guys, welcome to Retro Media Talk podcast. Today we're going over probably my favorite Christmas movie. I don't know about these guys, but we got Steve Lago on.
Hey.
And we got Mike Gallas returning.
Yo.
And yes, we're going over Christmas Vacation. Replayability of this movie tops my all-time list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I will give it that.
There is just way too many quotable lines in this movie.
Oh man, this was a flawless movie in my opinion. But it came out December 1st, 1989. Grossed $73.3 million at the box office. Had a budget of $25 million. It was written by John Hughes. We've gone over John Hughes' career like I don't know how many times, but this was directed, though, by a first-time director. I mean, he did commercials and some TV, I think, but this was his first movie. And I don't know how he got it so right, but he did. And I don't know if you guys know this, but this guy never watched one vacation movie prior to directing this movie. Yeah, pretty shocking that he got it so right. John Hughes was on the set one day, and he left the freedom to this guy to do what he wanted. But I guess this guy read his script, came across his desk, and he laughed so hard that he just had to do the movie. And yeah, that's how it started. So,
well, in a defense, though, even though it is Christmas Vacation, they're not going on vacation anywhere.
No.
Well, not
You know
them,
what I mean?
but maybe I guess the grandparents and the Randy Quaid, they kind of took a vacation. So I guess if you reverse the vacation, it's the relatives going to their house. That's the way I view it. But yeah, I know.
Hey, so going back to John Hughes, this was 1989. Okay, so he wrote this one. The next year, he wrote another Christmas movie that's a huge movie that came out in 1990, and that was Home Alone.
Yep, Home Alone, yep.
And they have kind of, because I just watched Christmas Vacation not too long ago, and then we watched Home Alone today, and they have kind of a similar, I guess, filming style. It's in Chicago again. Some of the neighborhoods and stuff look familiar.
I was a little disappointed, though. I found out the Christmas Vacation house is a set. And it's the same house that was used in Lethal Weapon. I don't know. I got to watch Lethal Weapon now and find out.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was kind of strange. I didn't know that, but I guess when they went to film the toilet, that got blown out of the house in Lethal Weapon was still sitting in the front yard when they went to start filming or something like that, I read. So that was
wait a minute. You mean that moon isn't really that big?
If John Hughes directed it, it would have been filmed in Chicago. At least probably a real house, I think. So, yeah, I mean, obviously they're not doing the interior shots. Like if John Hughes was doing, they would have filmed the outside probably in a neighborhood in Chicago. And then one thing that always bothered me, we'll get into the film here in a minute. I don't think I need to do a synopsis of this. What do you guys think?
No, I think everybody's seen it.
I mean,
Just to be clear, though, so we know that they didn't go on vacation.
Well, you know what? I guess or you could say they were on Christmas vacation, like break from work.
Yeah.
So
Perhaps. No family roadster, though.
No family roadster. No.
Truckster.
But one thing that always bothered me about the vacation movies is the kids always changed.
Yeah.
That always bugged me. Yeah, I read that
because they would have been too old.
Yeah, most likely.
Well, Anthony Michael Hall turned down the sequel to do Weird Science.
That was a good move.
That was a good move, but because Vacation 2, what was that? Is that European Vacation?
Yeah, the European one.
Yeah.
But it did give us Pig in a Poke.
I mean, it was better than Vegas Vacation, though.
Oh, yeah, anything's better than that.
I haven't watched that in so long, I really can't even remember everything. or anything really. Well, a few things, but yeah, he turned that role down, and his sister, that the original girl, they were going to have her come back, but they were like, since Anthony Michael Hall isn't doing it, we're just going to cast a whole new set of kids.
Okay.
So she got the shaft on that. I bet she was pissed. Thanks, Anthony. He wanted to work with John Hughes, apparently. I mean, he wrote the first Vacation, so it's like, I don't know. That's cool. When I first saw Christmas Vacation, the kids, obviously you know who they are. But I was like, kind of like, why is Rusty so small compared to the first Vacation? Mm-hmm. Because, they would have been teenagers.
Yeah, especially since, European Vacation, that Rusty, he was like 6'4".
He was huge.
So it was kind of like a running joke. It's like, oh, what set of kids are they going to have in this movie?
Right.
But
so had any of you seen it in the theater when it came out?
No, I didn't.
I did not either.
I didn't either. I don't know how or why, but I didn't see it in theater. The kids that played, obviously, Juliette Lewis, the daughter. But did you know the kid? The other kid? That was
he's the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, Darlene's boyfriend and Roseanne.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't pick that up originally. It looks just like him, but I never picked that up till I watched it again. That's kind of weird. Seen the movie like a million times, and I just realized that was the kid. So that was stupid on my part, but yeah. So I watched it on Blu-ray. Did you guys stream it? What'd you guys do?
Blu-ray.
Yeah, stream.
Yeah. I think the picture looks great.
I tell you what, the scene that I absolutely love, and you guys would probably figure it out, but it's when he's in the attic and he finds the old film.
Oh yeah, that's great.
But the shot of you can see the light coming from the lens, and he's it's looking right at him. Yeah. Man, on Blu-ray it looked so darn good. Yeah. It was really clean.
Oh, yeah, it was a really clean picture. The only thing that bothers me, I bought this movie like a few times in the past, DVD, Blu-ray. I think and then I got it on like a Steelbook. Mm-hmm. They've never added any special features except for a dang commentary.
I know.
Which the commentary is good.
Yeah, it is good. It's hilarious.
But it pisses me off. This is one of the best Christmas movies ever, and they've got to have a bunch of deleted scenes and crap laying around, outtakes, whatever. It's like, come on, man, that's a big money maker, and they never
What studio did this film?
It was.
I don't know.
Oh gosh,
somebody look it up.
I remember. I thought
it's Warner. It's Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
but I know like Universal. And
they throw stuff away. They don't keep everything.
Yeah.
Well,
but there was a big fire at Universal, and there was a fire at another studio. I can't remember which one it was, but a lot of stuff got destroyed.
Oh, yeah. That sucks. But they
don't store stuff properly anymore. Of course, it's digital now, so it's a lot different.
But they've got a bunch of stuff sitting around somewhere.
I've always heard that the 90s was like this big black hole for like film scores. It's really hard to find the original files. So I don't know if that pertains to, how they store movies.
Well, still, do some interviews, do some recent stuff.
Yeah, you could do that.
I don't care if they had that one extra interview. I'd buy it again.
Studios don't want to put any extra money into these things. They just want to churn them out and make money.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's easy money for them.
So they just put out a new 4K version of Christmas Vacation with, of course, no extra special features.
Of course.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, these people. But they just have a new cover. So
they paid someone to, come up with some artwork.
Yeah, it's like got them all in the front. You could look it up. It's kind of funny, but it's just It's just stupid, man. It's like, come on, man. We need a real special edition of this film. So, I don't know. So what do you, so you guys know, like, some things happen on the film that were kind of funny when I was looking it up.
Like what?
You remember Chevy Chase when he kicks over the reindeer and gets pissed, with the lights and stuff, and hits those blow molds, kicks a reindeer and hits Santa with his hand. Mm-hmm. He punches it. He broke his pinky in that scene.
Really?
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
Too bad.
I was laughing when I heard that. But one of the saying there was a lot of improvs on there that they left in. One of the improvs was when Beverly grabs Chevy's crotch when the cops come in. Oh yeah. And the end says freeze. Mm-hmm. That was not supposed to happen. She let Chevy know they were gonna, play an improv on it and see what happened. Kind of, nobody knew it was going on except her and Chevy.
Okay.
And it was so funny they left it in. So that was kind of funny.
I always wondered about that.
I love that one. I love that shot. That's hilarious.
Okay.
And the squirrel, they had an animal trainer for like a couple weeks trying to train, like, I don't know, on set, train the animals and different things. And the squirrel shot, the wild squirrel scene. Mm-hmm. Well, the day they were going to shoot that, I guess the squirrel died either the same day or the day before or something. The animal trainer said the squirrel's dead or whatever. So they had to get another squirrel to film that scene. So they actually filmed it with a wild squirrel. So I was like, wow, that's kind of funny too. And the execs fought hard to get the scene where the cat got electrocuted out. They thought it was too graphic or whatever. That audience would hate it. Yeah. How stupid was that? So John Hughes fought for it, and so did the other people. So they did a test audience with that scene. Well, with the movie and with that scene in it, and they loved it. That was one of the top scenes. So they left it in there. I thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Aunt Bethany.
Oh, yeah.
She voiced Betty Boop.
Okay.
From 1931 to 1938. She died in 1998.
Rusty's still in the Navy.
She is hilarious. She died at 89, though. But anyway, I've got more tidbits, but I don't want to take over this conversation. So what do you guys tell me your favorite parts of the movie when you rewatch it? What are the moments that get you the best?
For me, one of my top ones is when the old guys are sleeping. They just showed up, and you can see in the background there's some sort of parade going on, and you got to listen to the announcers because they're hilarious. He says something like, "Wow, the wind is playing havoc with the giant nutcracker float."
And I think I did hear that.
And he goes, I can't see. He goes, I can't see the nuts. They must have blown away.
Oh my
and then
God.
he goes, and then it waits about maybe 10 seconds later, and he goes, oh, there's the nuts. There they are. It's really funny.
There's a lot of hidden stuff in this movie. That you don't pick up. You really got to watch this movie over and over again to pick up all the jokes. Mm-hmm. I mean, how many times I've watched the scene. Well, watch this movie, and the scene that always funny as hell is the scene where he's in the department store with the chick with the low cut top, and yes. It's just nipply. I mean, nippy.
Not that I have a log.
Yeah, not that I have a log or anything. Not the way you think. Whatever he's saying. That scene just cracks me up, and. There's just little tidbits in there that I forget about, him saying. Yeah, I laugh so hard. I forget that lady's, the actress's name is, the last name is like Scorsese, but she's not related to Martin in any way. But I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, Scorsese? I was like, what?
When the ice breaks the window and hits the stereo,
Yeah.
that's a high-tech stereo. It back then, I mean, that was probably quite a bit of money, but it almost looks, if you look at it again, it almost looks like a mini like PlayStation 3.
I don't know. I have to go back and look at it.
It has the same like kind of design to it
really.
that the PlayStation 3 has.
Yeah, Julianne
Dreyfus.
Dreyfus. She got Seinfeld after this role.
Okay.
I was proud. I mean, I imagine it was. I mean, that's what I read. It was because of this role, but yeah, it could be hearsay. Who knows?
That's the other one that we quote like all the time is, "Why is the floor all wet, Todd?"
Yeah.
I don't know, Margot.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. We quote that all the time.
There's so many dang good lines in it. I mean, I don't know. Lego, what is the best part of the movie that you like? Besides all of it, obviously you probably like the whole thing. But I mean, is there some scene that you look forward to, or you just laugh every time, or
not any particular scene that I look forward to, but once Eddie arrives, that's like the good stuff, especially when they're there, they're drinking the eggnog out of the moose cups.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And Eddie's got like that dickie on underneath his shirt.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out how to drink out of the mug with the moose ears.
Yep.
And he purposely knocks over that rotating thing.
Which one?
He purposely knocked it over. He sticks his finger and just hits it, and the whole thing falls apart, and it never goes back together.
Oh, yeah.
Dinner was full!
Even though I take a multivitamin, I also like to take superfoods. And the best superfood I found on the market that tastes just amazing is Brick House Nutrition Field of Greens. Real organic superfood. One scoop of Field of Greens gives you the full spectrum of colors with fruits, veggies, herbs, spices, and more. Helps with your overall well-being by aiding in antioxidation, lipid metabolism, and glucose metabolism. Since Field of Greens is made from real foods, it's technically not a supplement. This is just pure whole foods, guys, and you can get a discount right now by using coupon code HEALTHYLIFE. Just plug that coupon HEALTHYLIFE before checkout in the coupon section and get our exclusive discount. You have to try Field of Greens from BrickHouseNutrition.com. Let's talk about Randy Quaid, because he's a huge established actor. I mean,
Shitter's full.
Dinner was full!
yeah. but I mean, I didn't know he was acting way back in the day. I mean, he was actually nominated for an Academy Award in 1973 for this film, The Last Detail. I didn't know that. Obviously, you guys know he's the older brother of Dennis Quaid.
Right.
You knew that,
Yes.
I'm sure. But this guy, I mean, he's got a ton of awards for his acting. So, I mean, he really brings this character to life. And I guess it's based on a real character that he knew in Texas.
Well, that's not surprising.
Yeah.
How many dog food bags did you put in there?
That was hilarious,
You guys know how many it was?
No.
I think it's 7.
Yeah, it was Snots.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the name of the dog?
Yes.
Snots.
You roll over and show him some loving.
And then so what's that one? The grandma or grandpa was gonna. Oh shoot! What
He was
that?
going to kiss the girl.
Yeah. Well, what was the one with the lip fungus?
Ruby Sue.
She got a bad. No, it wasn't her though. It was the kid, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's Ruby Sue.
No, the boy. The young the boy. He's got a bad case of lip fungus. It hasn't been identified yet.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Rocky
Yeah, that's it.
kid. Yeah. course, you can't. Lago brought this up that last time. You can't forget about Bill Murray's older brother,
No, he's in it again.
Mr. Shirley. Or
Oh, he was the best.
boss. What's his name?
Frank Shirley?
Frank Shirley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't remember anybody's name.
Yeah, Clark. He can't get Clark right. He said,
No, that's Bill, sir.
Well, that was the other guy.
Yeah, don't forget that report, Bill.
What was the name he called him a couple names? I don't know, I can't remember now.
I can't remember what he says at first, and he goes, "That's Bill, sir."
Yeah.
And then at the end of the conversation, he goes, "Don't forget that report, Bill."
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Oh man. Obviously, we know the big rant in the end. That's like classic.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I had that memorized at one point, and then I found out that he couldn't memorize that for anything, and so they all held up cue cards for him.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
So you can tell he's reading.
I couldn't tell it. I just thought, dang man, that's a lot to remember. You
Yeah,
know?
they tell you in the commentary that the entire crew just had huge cue cards for him.
I want to look him straight in the eye, and I want
Yeah.
to tell him what a cheap, lying, no good, rotten, four flushing, low life, snake licking, dirty eating,
Yeah.
inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood sucking, dog kissing, brainless,
You can
dickless,
tell
hopeless,
if you-
heartless, fat ass, bug eyed, stiff legged, spotty lipped, worm headed,
Yes.
sack of monkey shit he is. Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
There's a break there. If you close your eyes and just listen to the audio, there's an overdub, and it hits right when he says, I think when he says overstuffed.
Low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless.
But yeah, that line is just hilarious. The other one that I really, really enjoy is when he comes down the steps and he's like, no, this is a full-blown holiday emergency.
This is a full-blown, four-alarm holiday emergency here.
You know the line, Lego?
Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby
tap
tapped on gosh dang it, who is it?
It's Danny Kaye.
Danny Kaye, yeah. Danny F and K. Yeah. Yeah, that was a White Christmas tip
Yes.
to White Christmas.
Gonna have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye. And when Santa squeezes his fat white ass down that chimney tonight, he's gonna find the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house.
But you know, Christmas Vacation also has a really great story behind it.
The
You know,
bonus.
and I mean, not that, but you know, the whole family thing and
Right.
everything in the end there. But
Well, I think that a reason why a lot of people like it because they can relate to it. I mean, nothing's perfect. And I'm sure there's one year or something where everything has gone, haywire.
yeah, everybody's got maybe an Eddie or a
Yes,
Aunt
exactly.
Bethany or
Yes.
somebody like that in their family, especially
Yeah.
Louis. I mean, you can't forget about Louis.
Oh, yeah.
The
that guy.
blessing. Now, Bethany, did the room clear?
What's hilarious is you watch the old footage and he looks exactly the same.
What do you mean?
When he's showing the old
Oh yeah.
and he's
Yeah,
like
the
a little
video.
kid
Yeah.
and that guy he didn't do anything to him. They just filmed him.
gas? Oh no, did I break wind? No, Bethany. Did the room clear?
And so she gets
man,
up
I
and
love
recites the Pledge of Allegiance, which is hilarious.
Yeah, in two parts. I mean, the Star Spangled Banner in the end.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Play
Yeah,
ball.
that's great. Yep.
Play ball. Yeah, that was great.
Those lights aren't twinkling.
What about the sap scene?
Oh
yeah.
the sap.
Where
Classic.
He's reading the magazine.
And that's another thing I think people can relate to if you've ever had a real tree, the sap. Oh, somebody, I remember growing up when we had a real tree here and there. I think I don't know when we went to fake trees, but yeah, you'd always get that sap on your hand. Did you guys ever have that issue?
We never had a real tree.
Oh, yeah.
No, we had a real tree. I just don't remember. I vaguely remember getting, my hand severely stuck, but
I just remember sap, man. Those, people bring those real trees in their house, and I've heard stories that, they brought termites in. And
really?
yeah. And that squirrel thing, that ain't far from the truth. I've heard all kinds of stories of bats being brought in from trees and, all kinds of pest problems.
Yeah, what happens a lot of times is that, insects will attach like their like little egg sac or something to a branch. Then the tree gets brought inside and it's nice and warm.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then they just, they just hatch.
I would never have a real tree.
My tree. What have you done to my tree?
And I'm surprised they still sell real trees, to be honest with you.
Well, actually, it's probably more environmentally friendly than a plastic tree.
Oh, I don't think so. Trees clean the air.
Yeah, but they specifically have farms for that. And then they constantly replant. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, but a real tree. You're cutting down real trees. That. Provide oxygen, basically, and an artificial tree. I'll keep that for, 20 years.
Well, yeah,
some people. Of course, we have like 4 trees. She wants to get a new one every couple of years. So I got about 3 trees in the attic right now that are no use.
I just got a new tree like 2 years ago, but before that I had one from the Martha Stewart collection from Kmart.
Yeah, I had one of those too. In fact, I think it's still sitting in the attic, a Martha Stewart one. Yep. Do you guys put 2 trees up?
No, one's enough.
We got one in the. We bought one of those thin trees to save kind of room. Mm-hmm. So we have one in the front room and one in the back room. Right now.
So it's basically just erect.
They're 2 kind of thin trees, though. They're not the big, fat trees. They were taking up too much room. That's why we got these like thinner ones.
Yeah,
they're still the same height. They're just thinner.
That's the new
trend.
Yeah, the skinny trees.
Them. Yeah. I just love the way Christmas trees look, give off nice ambience,
Yeah, I do like it once it's up, but like I dread the whole thought of going downstairs, dragging it up with the totes of the bulbs.
Oh, I know.
I just hate it.
I almost want to leave it up all year round. Say screw it, but then I'll be some Christmas freak. You ever seen those guys that
you got? If you got space to do that, remember Montgomery, that other subdivision you used to live in, where the guy kept his lights up all year. Nativity scene was up in the front of the lawn all year.
Oh, you always had people don't take their decorations down. Yeah, till spring. It's like, gosh, take them down, man.
A lot of people nowadays, they'll leave their lights up.
I would.
They just don't turn them on.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you're freaking staple them to your house.
Yeah.
You might as well leave them up.
Yeah.
Because, you want to put staples in every year.
I'm sure he'll fall, but we won't be lucky enough for him to break his neck.
The thing about Christmas Vacation, they cover all the bases, like everything. All the traditions, and just everything. The Christmas music is all there. The It's a Wonderful Life's playing on the TV for a moment.
That's right.
You know?
Yep.
You got the dinner scene with the dried out turkey, which you know, a lot of people can relate to that. You know, maybe not to the extent of the turkey blowing up like that, but I think everybody's probably experienced a dry turkey in their you know,
At
Christmas
least
or
once.
Thanksgiving dinner before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know, there's just so much in there that you could relate to. I remember growing up, I used to hate Jell-O mold, and somebody always brought a Jell-O mold. Somebody always made a Jell-O mold.
Isn't that just as bad as fruitcake?
Probably? I don't know.
You don't got to eat it.
It's just like, you know,
Eddie sure liked it.
Those certain types of, you know, traditions are there. They even do the eggnog, which is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about, you know, that earlier, but drinking out of the moose cups. But I mean, you know, eggnog, all the little traditions. So I'm glad they threw all those in there. That's why I think it makes the perfect Christmas movie.
Right. And what about the when he's trying to get the lights to work, and they show the shot in the garage, and oh my gosh, I think there's like 20 things plugged into that one switch.
Yeah, that's another thing. You've always had. I think we talked about that before, you know.
Yeah, we probably mentioned it with Christmas Story.
Yeah, somebody's always got, you know, adapter and an adapter and an adapter and, you know, 50 plugs in one thing.
I love how they had to go to the auxiliary power.
Oh, yeah. And that probably, too, you know, back in the day when those lights weren't so efficient, that probably wasn't too far from the truth.
No, because like until LEDs recently,
Yeah.
I mean, those old school bulbs, like the bigger ones,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
those are like 7 watts each bulb.
Oh, man.
So when you think about, you know, if you put out 20 strings, man, you're drawing some power.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the electric bills this year?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man. That'd be bad.
Yeah. They have some classic music in there. Isn't it at the end? Isn't that a Gene Autry version of Here Comes Santa Claus?
Yeah, I've actually got the soundtrack,
Yeah.
and I love that soundtrack because it's got a lot of good tracks on it.
Do you like the opener?
I don't like the opener.
But they were going to cut that. They didn't want to do that animation because it was too. They thought it was too expensive. But I was glad that they fought to keep that in because I thought that was cool.
Yeah, we're going to burn some dust here.
Eat my rubber.
Hey guys, do you want the ultimate iodine supplement? How about liquid B12? How about liquid turmeric in a herbal cold pressed tincture, never heated? The ultimate in detoxification. Pure, powerful, and potent liquid formulas in a raw herbal extract. Totally organic. Use our special coupon code HEALTHYLIFE at checkout at globalhealingorganics.com. Use coupon code HEALTHYLIFE. How about if that thing had 9 lives, he spent them all. You smell something? What? Fried pussycat?
Yeah.
There's some freaking great lines.
And he's reading, you know, they go through the reading of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
Yep, that's another good
Yeah.
part, you know?
Yeah, and Eddie, and a man with, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you
ribbon
know,
on his head.
the whole thing, you know, you feel bad kind of for the kids because, you know,
Wasn't that one little girl? Wasn't she like in the Road Warrior or Mad Max or something?
I don't know.
oh, I don't know. Might have been. I forgot to look her up. We could go over the cast. I don't know. Did I Did I write her down? Well, you got John Randolph. Let's go through with him. Clark Sr. He died in 2004. I mean, he was in a bunch of stuff. I don't even know what though. I didn't look. But what I did find funny was Beverly D'Angelo. She's in that new Christmas movie called Violent Night, some Christmas horror film. She's in that one. I saw that listed. I was like, oh, she's in a new Christmas movie. But I don't know what it's about. You got Diane Ladd, played Nora. Doris Roberts, Frances,
Yeah.
She died in 2016 at 90. William Hickey played Louis. And he died in 97. I didn't know that. So he's been dead a while. 69. But everybody else pretty much is alive.
I know there was a lot of crew because you listen to the commentary and they talk about the crew a lot. And then there was quite a bit of them that had passed on.
The crew did?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even go that far into it. But yeah, movies like this, I mean, they got so many people working on them. I just pretty much went with the...
And the other thing, too, is they didn't really feel like this was going to be a big hit. I mean, it was kind of like the Christmas Story. They didn't know, like, the impact it was going to have on culture.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet they didn't, But it's just amazing, man, how some movies just break through like that. Mm-hmm. And I don't even remember the first time I saw this movie. I usually can remember things, big hits like this, like the first time I watched it, but it must have been on like HBO or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably what I seen of them too.
I think I rented it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's strange because my mom's big into Christmas movies, and I don't remember ever sitting around watching this one. It's kind of odd.
Okay.
But maybe it was just too modern for the time. And plus, there's a little bit of adult content. It was PG-13, so I was how old were we? I mean, obviously we were over 13. We were teenagers.
We were 18.
18, okay. So I mean, that wouldn't been any issue, but
yeah, I don't think I would go see a Christmas movie in the theater. Honestly, it's just not that big of a
I wouldn't either because I wouldn't see a serious Christmas movie at a theater. Of course, I don't see any movies at theaters anymore, but I wouldn't see a Christmas movie at a theater because I'd be afraid I'd walk out with watery eyes. Most of them got some sentimental parts in there, so
right.
And I'm a sucker when it comes to that.
Yeah. You notice at the end, though, the boss actually gets his name right for the first time.
Yeah.
This is his family.
Now, he's still alive, isn't he?
I believe so.
Bill Murray's older brother?
I think it was 2 years ago, they did an awesome promo for the Super Bowl. It was a car ad, and he's in it because they redid a scene from Groundhog Day.
Oh, really?
It is hilarious. They brought everybody back, or at least, 4 or 5 of the people from the movie. They got the guy that played Ned Ryerson, and of course Bill Murray, and then they got his brother, and I think there might be someone else in there too.
Gosh, man, Bill Murray's brothers and sisters.
I know.
He's got 9. It said Bill Murray. Gosh, I can't even talk. Bill Murray is one of 9 children.
Jeez.
I did not know he had that many brothers and sisters.
And that's what they did in the old days.
Yeah. Elgin, Illinois. Or wait, Peggy, who is 91.
Is that the oldest?
I guess. That was 2020. So I don't know if it's still alive or not, but somebody's 91, I guess. Bill's parents were Irish Catholic. Back in
I know they love the Cubs because
yeah. He was at
told
like every Cub game.
Yeah, he told stories about somehow they were able to sneak into games and stuff.
Crap. Was that Ed Murray that played Shirley?
No, I thought it was the Doyle one, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Ed Murray's oldest brother. So he died. 70-year-old. He was 70 years old. Wait, 70-year-old actor, golf apparel company, William Murray Golf. Oh, they got their own golf company? Or this guy did? What?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Bill Murray is in mourning after the death of his brother Ed, who served as the inspiration behind the lead character in Caddyshack. The 70-year-old actor's golf apparel company, William Murray Golf, announced Ed's death on Monday. This was back in 2020, so only a couple years ago. Huh. It is believed Ed was, 76 at the time of his death. I wonder how he died. Oh, no, I was just looking through this. Danny Noonan character in Caddyshack. When Brian Doyle Murray co-wrote that iconic... he co-wrote the screenplay? Brian Doyle, who plays Frank Shirley. I didn't know he co-wrote the screenplay.
Yeah.
Ed and all 5 members. Huh. Have you guys watched any other Christmas movies lately?
We watched Home Alone today.
Oh, Home Alone, yeah.
I can't think of what it's called, but I just watched that one with Danny DeVito and...
is that any good? I know what you're talking about. That Deck the Halls or something? Or
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
It was good? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to watch that one.
Yeah, DeVito's hilarious in that.
If you're looking for a two funny adult comedy Christmas movies, The Night Before and Office Christmas Party are hilarious. But they are R-rated. But we watched those. I've seen them before, but I forgot a lot of stuff. And they're quite funny. But Deck the Halls with what's his face? What's Ferris Bueller in it? Oh, no.
I can't think of his damn name.
Yeah, well, what is it? Come on, Mike.
Matthew Broderick.
Oh, yeah, Matthew Broderick. I seen that on there so many times that I've never watched it. It's like 2006, I guess, came out. Looks like. I'll have to check it out because I love Danny DeVito. I mean,
it's like it's a good movie in the vein of like Christmas Vacation, honestly.
Really?
Yeah,
it's got some good characters in it. George Garcia's in it from Lost. I didn't know that.
Jorge.
Yeah. Fred Armisen. Well, wasn't he in Saturday Night Live? Or was he?
Yeah, and he's in Portlandia and all that.
Yeah, that's right.
He's an awesome drummer too, by the way.
He is? I didn't know that. That's funny. I'll have to check this out. What'd you watch it on? Was it streaming somewhere? Or was it?
I don't know if it was Hulu or...
Yeah,
it was. I streamed it.
Yeah.
Hulu or Prime. Or...
All right, I'll check it out. That's funny.
Yeah, Danny DeVito's whole thing is that he wants to be able to see his house from space.
Oh, really? On lights?
Oh, gosh.
What's some other funny parts here we can think of?
The sledding part.
Oh, the sledding, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's hilarious.
I like when he brings the tree home and they're like, "Hey, Griswold, where are you gonna put that big tree?" And he goes, "Bend over and I'll show you."
I ain't talking to you.
And then that's when he comes out with the Jason mask on, right?
Oh, that was great. Yeah. Jason and the chainsaw. That was funny.
What was the other funny thing too? When I can't remember what he was talking about. He was talking about Santa being spotted like
Oh yeah.
in New York, and Eddie goes,
Are you serious?
"Yeah, are you? Yeah."
Are you serious, Clark? Yeah. Yeah. No, Eddie. Oh man,
He comes here every year.
The Jelly of the Month Club. I mean, that was a classic. Corporate
That's got to be the
gift.
worst ever.
That's something that really would happen.
It's a 1-year membership in the Jelly of the Month Club.
Oh, good.
Clark, that's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
That's right up there with what is it in Seinfeld, where Costanza he gives out that phony Christmas gift for the Human Fund. Donation in your name to the Human Fund.
Yeah. Oh man.
I cut out bonuses this year. How did you get one?
Well, there's a lot of people on here that were on Saturday Night Live. You know, I don't know if you guys remember, but even Juliette Dreyfus, I guess, was on Saturday Night Live back in the day. But you know, Bill Murray's older son, the Brian Doyle, he was on, and back in the day, I guess, when Chevy was on.
I just remember Bill Murray. He'd sing the Star Wars song, and then he had a really good commercial about pre-food or pre-chewed Charlies, where they pre-chew your steak for you.
Oh, I remember that.
That was hilarious.
I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know when Juliette Dreyfus was on there. I cannot.
Yeah,
remember.
I don't know either.
I mean, it had to be early '80s, I would think.
I was never a Saturday Night Live fan.
I liked it back in the day, but
I only watched it when Chevy and those guys were on, and then when Phil Hartman was on.
yeah. Well, I mean, I watched it all up until it didn't get funny anymore. I mean, I mean, basically, you know, when
Once Farley died, right? It was pretty much done.
no, they had
Yeah,
some
he
good.
was
I mean, they had
hilarious.
some good people after that. I mean, shoot, I mean, it just started going downhill bad after. I don't know. I'm thinking 2000 this started declining, but there were still some funny people in there, but now it's just unwatchable. It's just crazy. I don't remember I don't know. I don't remember the whole cast from that period, but I'm looking up trying to figure out when she was on there. From 82 to 85.
Huh.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting.
I really didn't know anything about her before Seinfeld, honestly.
Yeah, because I thought Seinfeld came out in
Like
'89.
90. Or maybe it was an 89.
I think '89 was their first. I think it was only 12 episodes or something.
I don't remember.
I know it was '89 though.
Well, 2000, the cast, you know, they had Will Ferrell. I loved Will Ferrell on Saturday Night Live. So Chris Kattan. They had a lot of good ones. Molly Shannon. What's the other one? The other girl. Tina Fey was on there. Yeah, they had a lot of good ones. Jimmy Fallon was on there. So, yeah, they had some pretty good, you know, cast members before they all went nuts. Just like late night TV used to be funny, and then it
It's not anymore.
now it's all bull crap, freaking politics, and it sucks. I mean, you know, back in the day when you could watch it, when you watched it with Johnny
Carson.
Carson. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
him
mean,
and Ed
you know.
McMahon.
And then, you know, you had, of course, you had, you know, later on, what's his face? He
Leno?
was funny. Leno, you know, and And
Letterman.
Even Letterman was funny. But then Letterman
they used
got
to drop
bad.
They used to drop stuff off the roof. That was always fun to watch.
Yeah, I don't know.
I even liked Conan.
Oh yeah, Conan. Yeah. He was funny too. You know, he was quirky though. I mean, he had a different type of funniness. But I liked his sidekick that he'd have on there.
Yeah, the little Mexican guy.
Well, besides him, but what was his other guy? The other guy,
the blonde guy.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. Andy Richter.
Yeah,
he's funny.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so they kind of played off each other. It was cool. Hey guys, what's up? This is Steve Montgomery from Retro Media Talk. Hey, I just want to let you know I got a new album out called Night Sky. If you like ambient, cinematic type music, a little synth wave mixed in with some of the tracks, hey, check it out. It's available on Bandcamp, Amazon, Spotify, and some other outlets. I also have a physical CD that you can order through the link in the podcast description wherever you're listening to. Thank you so much for your support. Steve Montgomery, Night Sky, out now.
You know, generally movies like this, I mean, there's not, they're comedies, so there's not a whole lot, to them except for, the funny lines and, we're not talking about special effects and like a sweeping soundtrack. You know what I mean? It's just, There's only so much you can say. I mean, it's definitely, one of the classics for sure. That's probably it's probably in the top 5 what people think of Christmas movies. Mm-hmm. I would say.
I don't think the jokes ever get stale. Mm-mm. You know, they never get stale. I've watched some comedies like 10 years later, whatever, that I thought were really funny, and I'm like, gosh, this just ain't that funny.
Right.
It's a 1-year membership in the Jelly of the Month Club.
Oh, God. Clark, that's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
All right, guys, thanks for listening to Retro Media Talk. Hope you learned some stuff about Christmas Vacation. And we love this movie. We love talking about it. So anyway, check us out on all the platforms. You can find us on retromediatalk.com. I got all the links there. Go check it out. Obviously, YouTube under Craze TV with a K. And we're on all the platforms like Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, Anchor FM, and a host of others. So thanks for listening. You guys got anything to add? I want to thank you guys for coming on, obviously. So, Steve, anything to add?
Nothing at all. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, yes. All right, Mike Gallas, anything?
No, I'll just say Merry Christmas.
Guys, have a happy holiday, a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever. Just enjoy yourself. Have a happiest.
Happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye.